The Gemara in Bava metzia, Daf Lamed Vav Amud Bet, has another application of the issue of techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones. Itzmar. It was stated. We have a discussion of Amoraim. Pasha ba v'yatza la'agam. A person was negligent and let the animal go out to the field. Rashi says Pasha ba shalo na'al b'fanei kira'oi. The Pasha, negligence means you don't lock up the animal properly in a way that it's expected that an animal would be able to escape. And that's exactly what happened. V'yatza la'agam. It went out to a field. Makom she'ena mishtameresh sham etzel ze'evim. V'lo etzel ganavim. It's completely unprotected. Animals can come and attack it. Thieves can come and attack it. Miu lo achluhu lo ze'evim v'lo ganavim. However, all of the expected dangers of the field did not actually occur. And what happened was, Rashi leads you into the Gemara. Umeita, and the animal died. It just died natural death. The hand of God. Kedarka. In its normal way. Something that could have happened anyway. That's the mikra, that's the case. Abaye mishmei de Rava amar chayav. Abaye, quoting Rabba, says chayav. Rava mishmei de Rabba amar patur. So the din, here's the mikra, here's the din. The din is a machloket. There's two views, two accounts of what Rabba thought. Abaye and Rava argue about what Rabba said. Abaye and Rava were contemporaries. They often argued. Rabba came a little bit earlier than them, and he was their authority figure. So both Rava and Abaye argue about what the halacha is, and both of them state their view in the name of Rabba. Abaye says chayav, Rava says patur. And then the Gemara goes on to explain their reasoning. Abaye mishmei de Rabba amar chayav. Abaye is convinced that it's chayav, and he said, "Kol dayana, any judge, de lo da'in ki hai gavna, who doesn't judge in this way, lav dayanahu is not a proper judge." Meaning, I am convinced that this is absolutely right. You can't argue. And he explains why. Lo mi baya lemanda amar techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones chayav. Not only according to the view of techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones chayav, are you chayav here? Why is this techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones? Tahavi techilato bepeshia, Rashi says, Shema yitrafuhu ze'evim. The beginning was negligent. You did something which was negligent. You put it out in a situation where it would be natural and expected that it would be attacked. V'sofo lo avda ba'ota peshia. In the end, that negligence did not cause this loss. Ella b'davar shu ones. The thing that actually happened was an ones. It died naturally. Rashi says, we know about techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones. Later on, Perek Hamafki Daf Membet, Gabe Hahuda Otiv Zuze de Pikadam B'Trifa de Orvani. This is what we saw. The case of Trifa de Orvani. Here also in this Gemara, we are referring to techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones, but we are not explaining really what it is. And Rashi again fills us in based on the prototype case of the Trifa de Orvani. Anyway, if you hold techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones, this is exactly a case of techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones. If you think techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones is chayav, certainly you're chayav here. Ella afilu lemanda amar patur. Even if you think patur, Abaye says, even if you think in general techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones is patur, hacha chayav, here you would still say chayav. My time of why? De amrinan havla de agma katla. Because we can say that it's the air of the field that caused it to die. It was the air of the field that caused it to die. Here, like Rashi says, Hacha ikala meimar bepeshia meta. Here you could say that the negligence actually caused the death. Shem haita babayit lo meta. Maybe if it was home, it wouldn't have died. V'tiyata la'agam. he pshiat mitata. The going out to the field was the negligence that caused the death. The shema hevel hamatzoi be'agam kala. Maybe it was the air. Don't misunderstand. Abaye is not saying that you can never bring an animal to the agam because it's some deadly fumes there. What Abaye is saying is maybe if you would have done a proper shmira and left it where it needed to be, it never would have died. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's a causal relationship between the bepeshia that's at the beginning and the ones at the end. And maybe we would say here, even though techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones is patur, that's because there's no relationship at all. But here, maybe we can draw a relationship. Rava mishmei de Rabba amar patur, kol dayana de lo dain ki dina lav dayanahu. Any judge who doesn't say this is not a judge. Lo mibaya lamanda amar techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones patur de patur. Certainly, if you think techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones is patur, you'd be patur. Ela afilu lamanda amar chayav. Even if in general techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones is chayav, hacha patur. Here you would agree patur. My time why de amrinan, because we could say malach hamavet mali hacha umali hatam. The angel of death, the hand of God wanted it. The time came for this animal to die. There's no relationship at all between the tchila and the sof. Unlike the tzrif of the orvini, maybe if you wash it properly, it wouldn't have been stolen. Rashi says, "Hatam gabe zuze im shamram kilchata." If you would have washed it properly, which would have been bakarka, by burying it, lo nignavu, maybe they wouldn't have been stolen. Even though this wasn't necessarily a dangerous place for stealing. Avapara zo im hayta, but if this cow was at home, it would have died anyway. So this is a very significant Gemara. Ultimately, the machloket between Rav and Abaye is not specifically about techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones, but it's very important for techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones because it's all about the level of causal relationship. That techilato bepeshia v'sofa ba'ones has a certain distance and a certain causal relationship to the bepeshia, to the ones in the end.